So here's my response from TikTok's lawyers. I'm hiding her information because it has her personal cell phone number on it behind me. So I'm hiding it. But that's what they said. They said, hey, we'll give you one account back. Unacceptable. They also said this matter's considered closed. I said, mama's wrong again. Not closed. See, it's not closed because I have to consent and agree to the remedy, and the remedy is wrong. It's all wrong. Now let me explain why it's wrong. TikTok has community guidelines, right? They do. They also have a contract that you sign or agree to in their community guidelines. Well, that doesn't matter because it can't supersede the Constitution. It cannot. The Constitution is considered the supreme law of the land. It is interpreted by the Supreme Court. So you can use Supreme Court rulings to prove any stance you take for a constitutionally protected activity. Well, one of the oldest that has never been overturned, Carl Miller describes it as solid as this. If you built a brick wall from the earth to the moon, that's how solid this case is. What the case says is this: if any law, contract, community guidelines comes in conflict with the supreme law of the land, it is null and void, like it never existed. So even though they have community guidelines, they are null and void if they conflict with the Constitution, and they have. My videos, they do not create clear and substantive evil, so you can't ban them. It is my First Amendment protected activities. Now, if you choose to violate them and I put you on notice, you do it at your own peril. That's literally the truth. They may not like it, but it's the truth. They may want to control the narrative, control what I say, but it doesn't change the fact that I have a constitutionally protected activity called the First Amendment, freedom of the press and freedom of speech. And as long as I'm not committing clear and substantive evil for people, I can do and say as I want. That's the truth. Now, that doesn't mean they're just going to give it to you. This is where it's your duty. Your burden to bear is to enforce it. You put them on notice. Notice is all for lawsuits. You let them know, hey, you committed this crime against me, you violated my rights, here's your opportunity to cure. If you don't want to cure it, here's my fees, pay up. Because it's a civil rights infraction or violation. So they agreed. They said, all right, we'll pay you $100,000 per video and we're not going to fix it. We'll fix one account. Okay, so you agreed to my contract. You didn't rebut it. I'm going to default you on it. What's a default judgment? Let me show you. And all the courts you go to are commercial courts. That's why they trade bonds out the back door. That's just the truth. SF 24, 25, and 25A. That's only 3 of the bonds. An unrebutted affidavit stands as truth in commerce. That's the court you're going in. Truth is expressed in the form of an affidavit. An unrebutted affidavit becomes judgment in commerce. They didn't rebut my affidavit. I'm going to create a default judgment against them. They're going to have to pay one way or another. So fix my accounts. I'm not against you, Mr. Chu or Miss Papas. That's your names. I just want to exercise my rights. Are you going to let me is the question.